though the Congress, like Pallavi is saying, is still gung-ho, it is going ahead and pushing the narrative that it wants to push through. There's notice on the Manipur issue that has been given by Congress MP Dean Kuriakose. He has given a notice on the Manipur issue. KC Venugopal has given an adjournment notice in Lok Sabha. He wants the Adani Group issue to be discussed and formation of JPC, and the opposition MPs want to meet Speaker Om Birla on these demands. Shireen is joining me live on the broadcast for more on this. So Shireen, even after the setback in Maharashtra and the Prime Minister saying that all the issues raised by the Congress have no resonance on the ground, they are sticking to the charter, they are sticking to the framework that Rahul Gandhi has given them.
Absolutely. When it comes to the parliament, they are, of course, going to, make sure that the BJP is cornered on several issues. One is, of course, the Manipur issue. We have already seen that there are a number of notices that has come, starting from Dean Kuriakose, the Congress MP from Kerala. He has been saying that there needs to be a discussion on how, over a year, the violence in Manipur is not ending. Apart from that, Haibi Eden, another Congress MP, has also given notice on US indictment. Manikam Tagore also given same notice on a discussion over that. And now we're also hearing Congress MP K. Suresh has also in fact given a notice on the discussion of the inability of the UP government to control the violence in Sambhal. So clearly it is going to be a lot of fireworks when it comes to the when it comes to both the houses. Both the MPs of all the MPs of the Congress are going to make sure that it is going to be, of course, a tumultuous as far as the session, the winter session is concerned, because though yes, like you rightly pointed out, Maharashtra has been disappointing for them, but as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned, they were able to get at least 100 seats. So that is what they are going to, of course, put in more effort into, make sure that as far as the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are concerned, the opposition is going to corner the government in the coming days.
Right. Thanks for that, Shireen. So, Pallavi, like Shireen is summing up for us, Congress wants to stick to the charter that has been given to them by their leadership. But I also want to understand from you what is happening on the Waqf bill. Both Aman and you, if you can give us the perspective. There is a joint parliamentary committee. There's been a lot of halla hangama. We saw Kalyan Banerjee versus Jagdambika Pal also in it. But now that the opposition is asking for an extension, are they confident they'll get it? Also, Aman, if you can come in later, is the government willing to give that extension?
Well, I'm going to do a quick word on the Adani issue. I think, to be very fair, every political party, despite their defeats and their wins, has a right to push forward their political slogan, and that is what the Congress thinks. As long as Rahul Gandhi is convinced that the Adani issue or the Manipur issue is the issue and caste census, I don't think the Congress is even going to be learning a lesson or changing its track. But that's as far as it is concerned. The Waqf Board bill is going to be a test case. Apart from whatever the contents of the JPC report is, it's going to be also a test case for India bloc unity. Bihar elections coming up next year, the minority vote bank, the Trinamool Congress. So the crumbling of the India bloc we are seeing now, will that be kind of restored because of their own political compulsions? That I think would be an interesting one. But to talk about the Waqf Board and the JPC, we heard what the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, had to say yesterday. Non-committal as far as extension of JPC is concerned. Is that required? Because Jagdambika Pal has already gone on record to say we've held umpteen meetings, so many meetings. Abhi zarurat nahi hai. We want to bring the bill in the winter session, which is why they've listed it.
Yes, Pallavi, they have listed the bill, but I was speaking to some sources yesterday, and what the situation right now is that the draft report is ready, but that draft report has to be circulated amongst all members. Then a clause by clause discussion has to happen, and the deadline is this Friday, the last day of the first week of the winter session. So if what Kiran Rijiju yesterday, I think, left a window open. He said, okay, if there is a delay of some days, you have to come to Parliament, inform the Parliament about the delay, and if you get the permission, you'll be allowed, some more leeway to submit the report. So I think the government also is in a bit of a soft approach here, because we must remember that why this bill first went to the JPC in the first place in the last Parliament session also was the three allies, the JDU, the TDP, as well as the LJP had objections over the bill, had objections over the process that says that due process of a JPC should be followed. And even now, I don't know how much comfortable the JDU, the TDP and the LJP are with the contours of the proposed bill, which will finally come to Parliament. So what I am hearing is that maybe there may be some delay, but I think the government is committed that in this Parliament session, they want to bring the Waqf bill, and they also want to pass the Waqf bill, given the Prime Minister's speech at the BJP headquarters that day, saying that there is no place for Waqf in our present constitutional structure. So the word has come from the top. Let's see how it plays out in these weeks of Parliament.
But
And
if you
also
give
a
me-
very quick update
Yeah.
coming in. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you on that. The quick update coming in at 10 a.m. in a short while from now, 40 to 45 minutes. The floor leaders meeting of the India bloc has been called in by the Congress President, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. Of course, one of the main topics that they are going to be discussing is that what is the strategy they need to adopt. Will the Trinamool Congress attend it? That's the bada sawal. But more importantly, at 10:30 a.m., the Lok Sabha MPs will be meeting, and that's where Rahul Gandhi, as the leader of the opposition, is going to be present there. Will the BJP or the government look at the LOP with this thing is, what are you doing here? And maybe you need to do a lot of rethink. Will that be a part of the political strategy of the government?
But clearly, the spring in the step that Rahul Gandhi had after 99, now they have gone up to 100 with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also, being in the parliament, or perhaps their numbers would still be in 99 because I don't know how that will work out. But Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, I'm told, is not taking oath today. That will
Yeah, she's not.
take time. But with both brother and sister in Lok Sabha and mother in Rajya Sabha, the Parivarvad allegation will be hurled at the Congress party again and again. What has Prime Minister said? Prime Minister has said that this is a party which doesn't care about anybody but the first family, and it just operates on the whims and fancies of the first family. So Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, while her presence, she's a great orator, so that could give Congress a lift. But it could also give more fodder to the treasury side to bring them down. But I also wanted to just bring in a quick point on the Waqf thing that we were discussing. Aman, like you were saying, that LJP and JDU had a problem. Bihar elections are around the corner. So politically speaking, their politics wise, I think it might make sense to keep the Waqf issue hanging for now. Just keep it hanging. But I want to understand what happens to One Nation, One Poll. That's also on the agenda, not listed, but could a surprise be sprung?
A surprise can certainly be sprung, Arunima. If you go through the Cohen report, Ramnath Cohen report, which was submitted to the centre, and they have now adopted it through a cabinet decision. The government is expected to bring a legislation to fix a date by which this One Nation, One Poll will come into existence. So I think it is that date is to be fixed. That legislation will be brought. Obviously, it will be very contentious because the term of some assemblies could conclude early
Yes.
by 2029. If that happens, some will get extended, but some may conclude like UP, which is voting in 2027, or West Bengal, which is going to vote, in 2026. So obviously, these parties will have a problem. Maybe Samajwadi Party or the Trinamool Congress have a problem. And many parties have voiced their objections to One Nation, One Election. But I think the government is very, very keen to bring that legislation. Also, this is also one of the big agendas of Modi 3.0 government, to cut down expenditure, to cut down the time which is wasted in multiple elections, and the work which stops due to the model code of conduct coming in. I think that could be a surprise move, as it has not been listed so far. But I think in this parliament session we could see at least the introduction of this particular legislation.
Yes, so that's something that is, clearly after what has happened in Maharashtra and Haryana, the government feels that they have the right mandate, they have the people's support, and they also feel that there will not be, and this I can tell you after speaking to top government functionaries, the mood in the Bharatiya Janata Party camp is that this bill will not really see as much objection from the allies if it is dealt in the right manner. If the assembly terms are kept in mind, if there is a little give and take for the federal structure, it can be maneuvered, is what the government thinks.